Hey YouTube. Alright, so I'm filming in my kitchen today to let you know of some things, my tips and tricks for making Upart wigs, how to make it faster, and just everything I use. So let's just get started. First, you're going to need some thread. And there's two different types of thread that you can actually use to make a Upart wig. You have your regular sewing thread, which is like this, and it's cotton. It's about, it's that thick. If you can see that. Sorry, I keep looking in the window, out the window. Or you have the nylon thread, and I got this from Walmart. It's the upholstery thread, and it's very, very tough. But as you can see, like the difference between this one and this one is way thinner, and this is nylon and this is cotton. I actually prefer the nylon thread. It's a lot better. And it comes, it's like $1 for this, but it's actually a lot. Like, it's a lot of thread. I've had this for a minute now and I love it. So I would actually recommend this because cotton is not as good for your hair as nylon is. And actually it doesn't really tangle. It's easy to untangle it, and when I'm trying to do my sew-ins or my Upart wigs, I can actually lay the tracks closer down. So I like this, and I can see this when I'm cutting the thread, but I can't really see this in my head. It's just my preference. I just prefer the nylon thread. Then you have the actual cap that you're going to sew your tracks onto. So you either have a dome cap or weaving, like a netted cap. I prefer the dome cap, and you can get these at your local beauty supply store. It doesn't matter what kind, really, because I've had all kinds and they seem to work just as well. Just make sure it's a spandex dome cap, and they're about $1.99. Love these caps, but you can use the weaving. I have used the regular weaving cap with the straps on it, and it looks like this one. This is my bob. If you've seen my actual video, contest entry video for hair extensionaires, I had on this wig, this bob, and it's actually the lace one. If you see that, it's like, yeah, y'all can see it. So that's the netted one, and it has the straps right here, which I wouldn't recommend if you're doing a bob because these show, of course, you can see that. So I have to tuck it in under there. It's just horrible. I haven't combed this or anything, so it looks bad, but it's just to show you guys, you know. I'm sorry if I keep looking at the screen. I have the Rebel T3i, so it's kind of tempting to look over there. But yeah, so you have either this cap or this cap, and like I said, I choose this cap now. And if you're going to choose these caps, you do have the option of keeping the cap as is with the band on it, or cutting the band off, and I've actually done both of those myself. So this is my Brazilian body wave from TD Hair, and I just washed it, so that's why it looks like this. But I cut the band off of this one. As you can see, there's no band. I don't recommend doing this if you are not trying to keep it on permanently. If you're gonna cut the band off, it's gonna be more like a sew-in more than a wig. If you want it that way, you're gonna have to sew everything, because if you don't sew this back on, it's gonna be a mess. Like I tried the whole bobby pinning thing, but it just wasn't comfortable. If you want it to be comfortable, I would recommend leaving the band on. I do have one with that, and this is the hair extensionaire's hair, and I left the band on this one. Let me see if I can show you both of these together. This is without the band, this is with the band. So I left the band on this one, and so this actually is nice, and it like stays to my head without me sewing it to my head, because I don't sew. When I do this one, all I do, my leave out's right here, and I just sew this around my perimeter braid that's right here. I just sew this on right there, and everything else stays in place. I do probably, if I'm feeling good, I probably would put a bobby pin or two in it, but other than that, you don't need much. And that's why I like it like this. And then you don't have to have an anchor braid in the back. You could just put this on. If you have this one, you have to have an anchor braid in the back to connect this bottom half to, because it does not have the elastic band. Alright, and that's for that. Alright, again, making the wig. I do have like a little tip or trick. I got this from T's Black Pearls about putting the tape around the mannequin head, but I also realized that the tape on the mannequin head, you measure your head and then you try to get the mannequin head as big as your head so your wigs fit perfectly. But what I've noticed about this wig, well, taping this around like this, is that the needle moves, it glides right over the tape, so it's real fast instead of poking into this styrofoam, because I get a lot of this styrofoam in my cap, which it's not a problem, but I would prefer to not have it and to just glide. But this only works if you're using the weaving cap, because if you're using this other cap, it really doesn't matter because it's thick material. The spandex is thick already anyway. Not saying it's hard to sew through it, but I haven't really noticed an improvement with that one. But with the weaving cap, it just glides right through and I can do it extremely fast. Another tip or trick is to have these little T-pins. They look like this, and it's just to hold your tracks down or hold the actual cap down when you're sewing your hair to keep everything in place. I would recommend these, because if I didn't have these, it'd probably take me forever. And I'm sorry if I'm talking fast in this video. I just want to get everything I have to say out so I won't have to write little comments, which I might still have to do. Another thing I do recommend is getting a wig stand, and I actually put mine on my chair. It's right there. What you do, it has like a little screw thing down here, and you put the mannequin head actually on here. Well, yeah, I already have the cap on this one because I'm about to do a wig now. You just put that, slide that on like that, and when you're sitting down in the chair like this, you can actually, you see how everything is just here and confined? I can move the head wherever I want it to and it'll stay. I can move it down, you know, and move it back up. So everything is just right here in my lap, like I'm actually doing a human's head. So I would actually just put it on a chair more than put it on a table, but it's your preference. I got this for like a good $7, I think, on eBay. If you would like for me to put that link, I will, but it's not that much to get that.